Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're on our main to see if we can sneak a Lumi pig. Because I heard Lumi is just insanely broken right now, and I'd like to try her out. And it does seem like we are in Undermine. I'm thinking either a Meg or a Chester. He wants to play Bonnie. I think I'm gonna have to ban Bonnie here, guys. That's crazy. That is absolutely insane. And we should be grabbing a Lumi here, or I guess we're dodging this game. That's cool. Yeah, I think it's time to dodge this game, guys. That is very neat. Very nice. Very cool. It does seem like someone's mini at least, and he goes a reasonable pick, finally. And they actually don't get Lumi. That's interesting. I haven't really played on Lumi much, so I don't know what she does, like how to counter, how to play her, so this is looking like a loss as well. I'm expecting like a mid from them here. Oh, or they go a Rico, that's interesting. I'm thinking maybe they don't have Mo. I'm not really sure what the meta here is, guys. Maybe like a Sandy, a Tara, a Mo. Something with CC to block the Carl, or maybe like a mid pick. And Bell, you know, that's a fine mid pick. It is what it is. And we will go Lumi. It's one of the new brawlers. Hopefully they don't dodge because apparently she's just absolutely broken. But I have not played her at all, so we'll see what she does. I think if we target the Spike, we'll have an advantage. The Carl might be a bit of a hard matchup because I think he outranges us. But I guess we'll be going up against the Carl anyway. A bunch of legendary players, not really what we want to see for Elo. But it does seem like one of them is a Smurf at least. And so we look for the slow here. And it seems like Carl is actually in the bushes somehow. I thought he would have to flying hook, but I guess not. And we do get the kill off on him. And we look to gain bush control with a couple well-placed shots. And we go for one here and one in the mid to slow them down. I'm not really sure what this brawler does actually. I can't lie. And looks like our team goes down, but that's expected. We go for some bush control. And we look to enter and maybe get this Carl. We don't quite get the Carl. And we are down a lot of gems. I'm not really sure what my team's been doing on the right side. But it's not what you want to be seeing. And he actually auto-aims that onto me. And since we're going to go down anyway, we look to push up to gain a little bit of pressure. And our Bell gets absolutely destroyed. I don't really know what our Bell is doing. But it's not nice things. I don't really know what the Bell's up to. But we kind of understand what Lumi does now. And our super doesn't go off, and the Amber Ticks don't quite get him. But we'll see how this goes. I think if we go for an earlier gadget on the left side, we should be good to go. But I think because we wanted to help the mid a bit too much at the start, that was a loss. But we will see how things go. We do have 2 L2, so it's no wonder our team is just so bad right now. We look to get some pressure. And we do get the Carl down. It looks like Lumi has some very strong mid-range, like you just get one shot. I have no clue what the heck our Belle is doing though, like she's actually just trolling me. And we look to maybe get this Carl here. And we barely prevent going down here. And I'll look to maybe get a super. And unfortunately, I don't quite get that, but my team just keeps dying. I have no clue what they're doing. This is absolutely crazy, guys. They're just feeding supers, feeding hypercharges, like it's actually crazy. They don't know what a lane is. They can't even hold mid. Like, this is very neat. Very cool, guys. And we just see them go down again. Very nice. Pretty typical, you know, the expected behavior. Carl looks for a gadget here, and we will go down. And I have no clue what our team is doing. Like, our team's just dying all over. I have no clue what the heck they're up to. Like, this is actually just embarrassing. Like, the enemy team, yeah, I'm not really sure what our Bell was doing. Just kept losing lane all the time. I have no clue what I was seeing. That was actually embarrassing. That was embarrassing. Minus 132. We are down a lot. Let's see our current global rankings. Oof, we aren't ranked global and we dropped quite a bit in America. Let's see if we can win a couple more and get our elo back. Alright guys, we're back in another game. I know Duncan, he's a pretty solid player, so I think this gameplay might be a bit better than last time. Where our mid just didn't keep dying with the gems and our lanes just kept losing. They go for a solid Lumi ban. I'm thinking a Mo ban maybe? Or actually, I don't know if that's a best ban. I think I'll go for a Juju ban. I'm not really sure what the meta is right now. I suspect I'll see something like a B, a Stu, a Tara. Still solid, maybe a Janet, but only as like a third pick. I'm thinking something like a... He suggests Chester. Chester's not bad on this map, guys. Meeple's not bad either, but I don't know if they're top tier picks. I actually don't want to go Pam here. Stu does sound pretty solid. Looks like he wants me to go Chester. That's fine. Chester is also just like a very easy brawler to play. Rounds out very solid on this map. And let's see what they want to go here. If I had it, I'd be going Vision here, guys, but unfortunately I do not, so we'll have to stick to speed. And Squeak, very solid picker against our comp, but it opens them up to something aggressive. They have to go an anti-tank like an Otis here, guys. Otherwise they just lose into like any aggressive tank. I'm expecting, oh, they go tank themselves, not a bad pick. The thing is, now it allows us to go something like, yes, like an Ashe, like an aggressive anti-tank, like a Primo, like a Frank, where these tanks kind of counter other tanks. Buster is not a tanky anti-tank, so it kind of opens them up a bit too much. There's no wall breaks as well, so this is looking very good for me in the Ashe. As well as the Rico. Rico thrives on bushier maps where you can get kind of vision off, but let's look into preferably a Buster matchup because the Squeak and Rico are a bit harder. And we're finally in a Masters lobby with a Masters 2, so let's lock in and get some elo. And Hulk to pass up the ball. Maybe allow them for a goal. And I'll actually re-roll this into hopefully getting the Rico down and blow open there. The Max looks for an aggressive play. Very nice. He manages to snipe the Buster. And let's look for a sneaky walk up here. Or not. Looks like they are grabbing the ball. And he does go for a super shot, but it seems like it does not work out. And we go for a bit of damage onto them. Very nice. We go down onto the bounce from the gadget. That's so lame. Max predicts the Buster gadget, but Buster wisely realizes and just holds back. And looks like we will actually go for a play here or not. The Buster shot actually destroys us. And we do go down here. And it looks like they're probably going to go for something here, so unfortunately I do have to do this. Otherwise they just squeeze us a bit too much, and it allows them to go for that gadget play, like I was talking about. And we probably do get the kill here, guys. That was perfect use of ammo there, because passing the ball requires ammo. That was almost perfect there, guys. And we do look for a play here, and looks like we will get the goal with a solid play. With the super and to the stun onto the Buster, that was very nice. And looks like Squeak does have his long range gadget, and I do get kind of punished out for that. And looks like Buster is looking for a play here, but I do not want to give it to him. And we are chilling, and it looks like he gets the goal with a solid aggression onto probably the Squeak and the Rico. And if we win this game, we'll probably get a lot of elo because of a Masters 2 player. The Buster pick was not really it. They needed to go like an anti-tank range, like an Otis or something. But they didn't. And I do get hit by that, unfortunately, and I go down here. Last game was unusually well because usually Squeak kind of dominates Chester on here. Just not what happened now. And I do expect the Buster to try to sneak up here. But he also expects that and he goes for a gadget. Max will probably get him here though because he doesn't have super, he can't score. And we have our slow. Probably not the best here. Maybe we should have re-rolled that, and we will go down here, guys. I think I brought the wrong gadget as well. Usually you do not go this gadget. And they can pretty easily just go for a pull play here. Or they can just keep farming hypercharges. That one works too. But again, guys, usually Chester does not do well into Squeak, so I will have to play a bit better in order to not lose our lane right there. And again, guys, beautiful use of ammo, because we realized that we didn't have enough ammo to actually grab it if we did. And I don't know what our Ashe is doing. What are those plays, dude? Like, what was that? He completely he just passes the ball to the roof a couple times and allows them to score. So that's not quite ideal. I think at the start, the Squeak lane is just a bit too hard. It all just depends on kind of how the start for the Squeak lane went. We would have scored there if the Ashe actually got the pass up, but he did not. And I will give him a shoot to make him realize that he needs to stop doing that. And we will just hide from the Squeak actually, because we do realize that even if they do go aggressive here, there's not much they can really do about it. And I do expect maybe some push up here, but I do get this off. And I do get poison onto the Rico, which is nice at least. And maybe the... And it looks like our Max is just chilling. I don't know what he's doing. But that is obviously not what you want to be seeing, guys. You do not want to be seeing your max do that. Not quite ideal. And we do get a double hit there, which is very nice, and manage to block that buster. And the max walks back into the squeak, very nice. Guys, I have no clue what's going on here. This is not what you want to be seeing. Let's look for an aggressive play on the left side, hopefully. Maybe this. Yes, he will go down. And we look for maybe a push here, because this buster is here, but unfortunately I did not kind of deter him enough. And looks like he goes down there. Yeah, I don't know what our Ashe is really doing. And we'll go for a reroll. I think this is probably the better star power, or better super. And we're pretty low, so we're gonna try to heal up a bit, but I don't think we can because the Rico goes in like crazy for that. And they do get the goal. Not really sure what our Ashe is up to here. I would like it if he didn't lose lane so quick and so hard. It would be ideal, but we can't always get what we want. I understand that. And we do go down here. And looks like it's a full team wipe. And let's see if there's anything we can do, because we don't have much time left in this game. And we are getting pounded by the squeak because we're being spawn trapped. And it does look like game over though, because he can go for a shot and the goal, and that will be GG. I'm really curious to see how this Ashe was doing. That was crazy. And looks like he's not too happy with the max either. That was interesting. And only 91 though, because we were up against Masters 2. But yeah guys, that's gonna wrap up today's video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.